Carlos was our driver and he was great. Showed up a few minutes late, but everything operates on island time in Aruba, so no major issue. The open-air Hummer was a bit windy on the highway and somewhat uncomfortable, but not too big a deal. We met Sendo at the kayaking area. He did some quick training and safety instruction and out we went. 4 in the group went in double kayaks while I went in a single. The kayaking was fun and quite the workout. You really need to be in some decent physical shape to make the trip back against the waves and wind. Midway through the trip we made a turn into a much calmer harbor where we saw a turtle swimming and Sendo gave us some history on the island and the area. He was very personable and knowledgeable. Upon returning, we rested a few minutes and switched into some snorkeling gear. I struggled to keep my mask from filling with water, so had to drop out, but my family continued on and reported that they got to see a whole bunch of large parrotfish and other species. They raved about the experience. The snorkeling only lasted about 30 minutes. Upon finishing, Carlos drove us to a restaurant on the north side of the island for the included an air-conditioned lunch that he had ordered ahead for us: burgers, chicken sandwiches, fries, cokes, etc. After finishing, he drove us back to our condo. All in all, a great experience. Although pricey, I feel we got our money's worth. I would recommend this tour. Our excursion was wonderful. Since the other group canceling last minute, it was just us two and the tour guide and driver. The driver, Carlos, was very sweet and chatted with us about the different sites we passed as he drove us across the island to the beach where our kayak and snorkels were waiting. Our tour guide was an awesome guy who was very patient with teaching us how to kayak, our first time, and chatted with us on the history of the island. Despite the water being quite choppy that day and the higher winds, Aruba is also quite windy on a normal day. He stayed chill and was very impressed once we got the hang of it. We snorkeled off the beach, and despite it not being optimal weather conditions for snorkeling, he found some beautiful parrotfish for us to see. We stayed chatting with everyone for a while after, and even though there was another booking after us, we didn't feel rushed out at all. Lunch was also lovely and much needed after our small workout. This tour included 2 groups of people, most, 5, went on a hiking expedition and the 2 other kayakers cancelled, so I had my awesome kayak guide all to myself. The water was beautiful, and being by myself let me talk to the guide, cannot remember his name, about his life on the island. Afterwards, I had enough time to get in the beautiful water for a little swim before the van returned with the hikers to pick me up. We were taken to a very nice resort for various options and it was beautiful, especially with the Christmas decorations up. Food was great, alcoholic drinks not included, but the only part I didn't really understand is why we went what seemed to be far away from port in very heavy traffic. But it was a great excursion with wonderful guides. Thanks for making it so memorable. This was a nice way to spend the morning. We had a friendly guide that first took us kayak paddling from Mangel Halto Beach to Spanish Lagoon. The kayak company are not allowed to take tourists further than the road/bridge, so do not expect to have an adventure deep into the lagoon. After kayaking past, not into, some mangrove forest, we were taken to a spot for snorkeling. We did see some colorful fishes. The lunch is served about 30 minutes drive north at Arashi Beach, near the California Lighthouse. Good food, but why this distance? We had a good time, but felt that the description was overselling a bit.